Know what to think about the monsters. So I had seen Time magazine. Somebody was shared Time magazine. It was an article that somebody shared from August of 2023, and it had Time magazine, and it was titled "The Monster," and it's like the Nibiru thing is what it was like. The brown dwarf, and they titled it "The Monster." So I did a search on my phone, and I couldn't see that particular thing from Time magazine in the search. But I saw something else about the monsters. Good morning. About the monsters. Whoopsie, I about tipped over on my green screen. This is kind of wild. It's a little. Did you know that they had, let me get this going, a magazine that was called The Monster Times? The Monster Times. And this, I did not even know something like this existed. Look how they're depicting this monstrous looking woman. She looks like a part woman. She looks like a part monster on that side, and she's holding a reptile. And they're talking about Star Trek. Good morning. The Monster Times, but that wasn't the only thing I saw. When I was looking at the monsters and stumbled upon that magazine, I just wanted to find, my goodness gracious, I just wanted to find out about the monsters, the monstrous thing. I did not want to see a magazine called The Monster Times. Hello there, hoodlum. So I wanted to go to the images, is what I wanted to go to. The one thing Time magazine did have was like Godzilla. What have they done to, well, I can't read it, to Asia's, what have they done to Asia's favorite monster? Why would they put Godzilla on Time magazine? You have to ask yourself, why would you do that? What would that have to do with anything? Putting Godzilla on your magazine, and you can see how massive he is, his footprint. Look how the buildings below compared to his foot. Compared to his foot. And then look at this. Okay, this is like the monsters, the road builders of the future. Well, we already got that. We already got that right there. You was just talking to your mom, and she said that you can't make this stuff up. And look at this. This is me. The Monster Times. The Monster Times. That looks like a reptilian with a big mouth on it. The War of the Worlds. The Maritime Howie something exclusive something. And is this the interstellar stuff? Let me see if I can see that, you all. Inhalers, invaders from Mars and the walking. What if, now this really did enter my mind when I saw this magazine and I saw it was all about monsters. What if it is the magazine for all the monsters on Earth, the bad entities on the earth? This is their magazine, and this is their original shapes. These are their original forms, and this is not make believe. What if this is documenting these monsters that are on the earth, because they don't look like humans to me, and they don't look very pleasant whatsoever. They do not. They look like monsters. See, why did they start coming out? The Monster Times. Did you all even know that there was anything like that? The lizards are coming from the Middle Earth. They could have. And look, they even had to put the monster. I got to flip it. I got to flip this around. Quit sticking it up in my face. Right here, why do they have to bring up Godzilla? Where did Godzilla even come from? To King Kong meets the giant bug. Well, what kind of giant bug would he be meeting? Now, I did see this Time Magazine, The Monster Deficit, but that's not what I wanted to look at this. Destroy all the monsters. Destroy all the monsters. Rich honey. They're fallen angel demons. Well, that's more of a description, but for the sake of it, I'm just going to call them monsters, and I'm not saying that they're good monsters at all. I am not. And you know they got a UFO in here. They have a UFO that you can see. Sometimes you see that depiction of a UFO in the clouds, in the sky, that very shape right there with all of those windows. But I was looking for the Time magazine where they had the brown dwarf and they called it the monster. The monster. And then there is the creature. There's the creature. Where did all of these monstrous creatures come from? The lagoon creature confesses the return of Dr. S and the mushroom monsters. Who are the mushroom monsters? I really am beginning, and I'm not just saying that, I'm beginning to think that this magazine was for those beings, those beings that are on the earth that are like that. And why did they have to do this? Why did they have to put a scary monster in here? I couldn't even tell you what this is because I didn't watch it. I'm just going to tell you, I'm very careful what my eyes see and what my ears listen to. I'm extremely careful because I don't want something really terrible embedded, because once you get a visual, it's embedded in there and you're able to see it over and over and over and over and over again. And if you hear it, it's kind of to unhear something that's horrific. It's kind of hard to unhear it. So I'm very, very careful what I look at. I mean, I can look at this because it's kind of cartoony. Look at this. Why did Time Magazine do this? Monster toys. Are they healthy for our children? Why did they have to do this? Do you think that they're getting the children's used to things like this? Do you? How we doing in the live stream? Are we doing great? Because I hope we're doing great. I really do. And King Kong. Well, I don't even know about this. You can't get this stuff anymore. You can't. But notice they had to bring in Star Trek. Star Trek probably came around after they started doing the monsters, because the monsters expose the real creatures that are on this earth or from inside the earth coming to the surface of the earth. And they had to have space people to come in and fight these monsters. Now look at this. Now look at this. Time. Aliens have landed. Why would Time magazine do an issue about the aliens have landed? They probably have been, I don't even know if it's a real magazine. Is it a real issue of the magazine? It is 1996. Aliens have landed. Why would they say that? Why? Why do you want to say the aliens have landed? It's from the Independence Day, those horrible monsters. Now look at this. Then they got an alien magazines. What if this is for the aliens? What if this is for the aliens? Let me see if we can see this. Warren presents the officially authorized magazine of the movie Aliens. So it's an authorized magazine. Why would they have to have, listen, why would you have to have an authorized magazine? One that is authorized. Is it because it might have the real stuff in it? Maybe. They use the cartoons as well as all kinds as a misconception, but it's true. It's true. See, this is really horrific. I would not. I couldn't watch. I watched a couple of the alien movies, but after it started getting too creepy, I couldn't watch any more of it. And it looks like these things came out of the earth or out of the ocean or something. Kind of reminds me of the movie Tremors. Now that came from under the ground. The Tremors. Let me just do this. Look at this. The Roswell files. Why would they want to do the Roswell files? What does she? Since 1997 magazine. Now, see, this is the second thing we've saw. It looks like 97. They did the invaders have landed right here, and that was in 97. So this is the June the 23rd of 97. Well, what was this issue? Ah, this is July the 8th of 96. That's July the 8th. And look what they did here. They said that he was a monster. And then we have the monster magazines. Again, I wanted to look at all of these monsters. The candid monsters. When I typed in brown dwarf, I typed in brown. See, that looks really awful. I really believe that this is their magazine right here. What is this? The Monster Times. Okay, I typed in something. I typed in like the brown Time Magazine dwarf, Time Magazine dwarf or something. I think I did. Monster red dwarf. Watch this. Red dwarf. It's gonna it's a series. The Red Dwarf. It's also a magazine called The Red Dwarf. And it's about aliens. It's about aliens. See what's going on. And then a Doctor Who. I've never watched the Doctor Who, but this guy has a mark on his head. And it was a movie. Do you think that there's clues in that movie? I was just wanting to look at the Nibiru thing, and it brought up the monsters. It brought up all of these monsters. Then I did this. Then I did something different. The monster dwarf. Let's see what that brought up. Then it brought up something called the white dwarf is what it brought up. You can see right here. Well, why do they have something called the white dwarf? What is up with all of this stuff, you all? What is truly, truly going on? There's monsters and there's dwarfs. Monsters and dwarfs. The white dwarf. Grognardia. Grognardia. And then this. And of course, the new dwarf planet right there. Sorry for my reflection in that, you all. This is something's going on. Now look. There they are again. They're abducting people. Look at his vampire teeth and his reptilian face. But he looks like Dracula, but he looked like he has some type of a face. Look at this. 1980. 1980 guess games and workshops. Let's see what this one is. Okay, so this thing's got tentacles and stuff like that. Hello. So we looked up the brown dwarf. We looked up dwarf and it had the monsters. There was something else that this what is this thing? I seen it on here and it was this some kind of being that was raising the dead and creating its dead army is what it was doing. It created its dead army. But this monsters, let me just get back to where I was at. Time Magazine with the monsters. They got them. Why did they have to see what I ask you? Why did they have to do the movie like the monsters and stuff and glorify it? But then you look at this, the monsters. Look at that. Why did they bring Dracula into the being? Okay, what's happening? I don't know what's up with all these monsters. I just now realized someone shared a Time Magazine thing, and it had the planetary system Nibiru on here. The brown dwarf, the monster, and it showed the red dwarf or something coming. So I tried to pull it up on here, and it didn't pull that up. It pulled up all these monsters. And I didn't even know they had a monster magazine. That's what's going on. I had no idea about the monster magazine. And Then Godzilla. They got a Godzilla in it again. I guess, well, that's deviant art. Godzilla. There's too many monsters. Too many monsters. You've seen them out in the cornfield on your farm. And then this one, look at this. Look at this one. It's something that crawls up their face, and I guess it's going to get inside their body. The Godzilla for president. Did you see that? Godzilla for president. Well, he'd have to shapeshift in order to be that. Look at this Time magazine. They glorify the zombies. No. See, this isn't okay. Now look at this. That's the great big ant with pinchers. A Dracula quest. Monster plants destroy mankind. Now there's something that I didn't know about all of these monsters out here. I'm just telling you. And who is this? That's me. I couldn't even tell you who this is right here. I have no idea who that person is. No idea. But these look like really bad things. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what's going on. The giant fly. The giant fly. I don't know. The monsters of the movies. That's what I'm saying. Why a magazine about it? Marcy. Oh, was that really him, hippie chick? Was that really him? He was really young. Well, let's click in to see if that was really him. 1945. Whoever this being is, it was 1945. 2 years later comes the Roswell incident. Who is that? Is that Maximilian? We got to see who it is. Is that a president? It's Ernest. Oh, the cover credit is Ernest Hamlin. I'm not sure who that is. Who was he? I don't know who he is. In 1945, he made it to Time magazine, the Philippines, the Rosalinda, the Big City Vote, How to Get Your Husband Back, the Flate, books, all of this kind of stuff. Foreign news airs, Japan, United Front. I have no idea what was going on. Whoever that person is, I could not tell you if my life depended on it. I couldn't tell you who he was. It looks like him or his father. Oh, we're going to use the large cover. We got the large cover. Oh, it's Russia. Russian Sergei Prokofiev. Why did he make the large cover? It's Russia. 1945 Russia. Okay, going to get back to this right here. It's the monsters. Rare photos from Phantom of the All. Yeah, that's it. I'm going. If you're just tuning in, there's something with all of these monsters on Earth. Monsters from Filmland and Godzilla. You see these things, these beings right here. There's people, there's beings on the earth that look like that. Uh-oh. This is 2016. Were they trying to tell us something? 2016. Who is that? Is that the Grim Reaper? The Grim Reaper? Is that who that is? The Grim Reaper made the 2016 of the year? The Grim Reaper. I can't even say that. Look at this. We're having trouble finding that site. You're having trouble finding what site? Tell me, what are you having trouble finding? That site? That site. They're having trouble finding whoever this thing is right here. Who is that thing? Okay, well, they don't want you to see it. They do not want you to see it. I think it was off of somebody's thing because I think I clicked into this right here. Is it time to reap? Is that what that was signifying? It's time to reap the earth in 2016. It's time to get the ball rolling in 2016. Is that what they were trying to say? It's time to reap. The harvest is whatever. It's time to reap the earth now. Did you know that was it? I didn't know that was it. It's time to reap the earth. But was it? I've got to type in Time Magazine. Time Magazine, Grim Reaper. Is it called the Grim Reaper? Grim Reaper. 2016. The Grim, surely they didn't. They did. They did. They did do that. Look at that. They did do it. Oh my gosh. That's right. Oh. Wow. Oh my gosh. What year was this one in? What? You think that was Time Magazine also? What? I can't even get the words out of my mouth. Was this on one of the covers too? What? This is mind blowing to me. Well, you can't find that too. No, you're not going to verify me. No, I'm getting rid of you. I don't want to look at you. I don't want to look at you. The Grim Reaper. Don't. The entity of the year? The entity of the year. The Grim Reaper. The person of the year. The person of the year. Oh my gosh. Now this is too creepy. All of this is like, no. These are monsters. This thing is a monster. This is a monster straight from the pits of hell. Excuse my language. That is exactly, it's a demon from the pits of the hell. Now, they've attributed that, but I believe that this is whatever. But to have the Grim Reaper, the whoever of the year for 2016, for that specific year, why would you want to bring the Grim Reaper into play? I don't like that. You know how many nightmares people have had of the Grim Reaper in their dreams? How many people have had nightmares about the Grim Reaper in your dream state? I really want to know how many had nightmares of the Grim Reaper. It could have been years and years and years ago. It could have been. And if you have, I feel really sorry for you because that is a horrific dream. Listen to me, Kiki Door, honey. This is not fake. That is real. Time Magazine put the Grim Reaper as whatever of the year. So you cannot say. And if you tuned in at the very beginning of this video, you would find out how we came to this point right here. We have been on a journey of scientific exploration online because I was looking up Time magazine for the monster planet for it was the round dwarf, the red dwarf, which they were referring to as Nibiru. It was on their cover, and I tried to find it, and then it did not bring that up. It brought up monsters. And was looking at these monster magazines and how that came to be. I didn't even know that existed. And now we end up on the Grim Reaper in the year 2016. You got to look at it from a spiritual point of view. Okay, unless you don't want to, then, you know, that's your prerogative. It is. There are people who are more spiritual than others who look at the spiritual side. There are people who think more rational, more logical and stuff. And they don't do the spiritual thing at all because it's just they don't. Well, I'm going to look at it from a spiritual, symbolic point of view. The Grim Reaper is here. He came in 2016. They're telling you time. It's the time of the Grim Reaper. Time. They're telling you what time it is on this timeline that you're on. 2016 was when the Grim Reaper wanted to show up on the scene for this particular timeline. And we got the monsters. We got monster magazines and yucky, and my nose is itching. Oh, I gotta get up. I'm gonna get up. I done ran my mouth too long. Okay, I did. You sure have, woman. You run your mouth way too long. That's okay. I'm done. I'm done running my mouth. So thank you all for watching. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. And if you have subscribed, you just might want to check your subscription because they unsubscribe people every day. I think I had around 50 or 60 got unsubscribed yesterday. And it's not just this channel. It's lots of channels that it happens to. Hit that join button. Hit that thumbs up, you all. We need the thumbs up. We're talking about the monsters. And I don't know really what's up with those monsters. But we did a scientific experiment or whatever, however you call that. And we did it online, virtually, going through monsters and monster magazines and talking about monsters. And end up with the Grim Reaper. Shows up on the scene in 2016 with his scythe or whatever you want to call it. That thing that he cuts with. It's the thrashing floor. It's time to reap. It's time to begin the reaping symbolically. That's what I get it as. It's time to do it. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your morning. Have a blessed morning too, you all. If there's any moderators on here, thank you. A scythe, I can't say it right, Miss Honeybee. Yeah, that's hacking and slicing and all of that. It's all of that. If we made this without a moderator, wow, the Google moderator did really well. It did. And thank you all for your comments. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you once again and love you.